our spirit. What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Ranae is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Ranae.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is DeEtte here, School Through Spirit with the Edge Network, bringing you every Monday morning a little bit of love, a little bit of spirit, bringing some spiritual awareness into our lives, just to sometimes make things a little bit easier to kind of navigate, get through. If nothing else, just a little bit of challenges to work on every day. So, there we go. So every Monday morning, good morning, Tim. Every Monday morning, we do start with a little bit of Neale Donald Walsch for some inspiration. I do understand that most people have forgotten Neale, and I'm so sorry to hear that. It's really too bad because the man had some insight. The man had some conversations going, which were amazing and really ahead of his time, And hopefully, we are more on time with him now than we ever were before. For everybody viewing, sorry for my eye. It doesn't look the best. It's not pink eye. It's not conjunctivitis. Don't worry, guys. I just have some sort of an eye infection in there. I have been to the urgent care. Do have some eye drops going on. Took me out of an event yesterday, but that's okay. It's going to be gone in a couple of days. So life is going to be great. So let's get started. Oh, top of the hour, we're talking about some spirit stuff. Bottom of the hour is our 5-card stud. We've got the Black Goddess Within Oracle. This is a Giavanni Washington PhD deck. I do love this deck. It's a Hay House deck. I do know this was sent to me probably 2.5 years ago, but it was really an awesome deck. So I want to do it again. It was in my repertoire, so let's do it. We got a few left out in there to go, but let's do this one next. So this is going to be very cool, very interesting. Excuse me, my throat chakra is it's plugged today, guys. And it's not an illness. It's literally plugged. And excuse me, I did a lot of releasing stuff this weekend. Had an amazing healing session with a lady in tuning forks and vibrations and some energy work and all this wonderful stuff. And normally I don't resonate with the tuning forks or vibrations or the sounds. I don't know why my body doesn't go into it. And this time it was like blow me out of the water. I think that's kind of what happened with my eye. My throat chakra's gone to heck. Not sick. I don't feel bad. This is not illness. This is just clogging, trying to release. For anybody that goes through that, understands that. Hey, Keith. You know what I mean? It just means more growth. It means more letting go, more growth, which is always super cool to happen. Not always easy to get through. Oh, thank you, Keith. So my eye keeps getting blurry. So if you see me blinking a lot more, it's because it goes through this period of being blurry, and then it's clear, and then it's blurry, and then it's clear. So, oh, interesting. Wasn't even expecting to open it up yet. So, get any glasses for this one. Thank you, Keith. I need that today, I think. It says, love is the best medium of communication. Essential truth. The slightest thought having to do with existing on what you call the other side brings that beings consciously flying to you. Hold on, let's reread that. The slightest thought having to do with a being existing on what you call the other side brings that being's consciousness flying to you. You cannot have a thought or an idea about a person who is what you call deceased without that person's essence becoming completely aware of it. It is not necessary to use a medium produce such communication. Love is the best medium of communication. Oh my God, I say that all the time. Loved ones are never far from you, never more than a thought away, and will always be there if you need them, ready with counsel or comfort or advice. Souls who loved you in this life are drawn to you, pull to you, fly to you the moment they sense the slightest trouble or disturbance in your auric field. If part of what they want to do is to come back to you, to see how you are, to bring you an awareness that they're all right, whatever, trust that they'll do that. One of the first opportunities as they learn about the possibilities of their new existence is to provide aid and comfort to those they love. And you will feel their comforting presence if you are really open to them. Watch for the sign, catch it. Don't dismiss it as your imagination, wishful thinking, coincidence. You have to see, feel, touch before you believe. Yet that which you wish to know cannot be seen, felt, or touched. It is of another realm. I love this. Let me see. What's the lots of? Oh, I do. And going through it now. Thank you, Keith. You were talking about what it is. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, let's look at this because I was like, love is the best medium, ends in quotes, of communication. And I love that. Love is the best medium. So let's this sounds like it's going to be a lesson. And I will tell you what, there's not too many readings I do that I don't educate people. Not that I'm trying to work myself out of a job because I'm not, but y'all don't need me. Y'all don't need me to talk to your loved ones. Y'all don't need me to bring them in. Y'all don't need me to to have that confirmation that they're there. They will do it on their own. And if you're open and willing to receive it, you will get the messages. Now, with that being said, I want to go back a little bit just so we don't have a lot of confusion going on here. Okay, so, oh my gosh, sounds like a lesson today. Oh, I love this. I do love this. So let's do a little bit of lessoning and then bring this in so people have an understanding so they don't walk away going, oh my gosh, what do you mean I can do this? And being all confused on it. So I have always stated since the start of in the very beginning, I used to say everybody's a psychic, every medium's a psychic, but not every psychic's a medium. I used to say that. And then I started to recognize it wasn't necessarily true. It wasn't necessarily true. So I switched it and I said, you know what? Everybody's a psychic and everybody's a medium. And I established that on the basis that everybody can communicate with their loved ones. Everybody can. That's a no-brainer. What's a medium? But somebody that communicates with somebody that's quote-unquote deceased. Somebody that's not in a body any longer. Somebody that's gone on to another dimension, another realm, whatever you want to call it. They transitioned. They got rid of their old jalopy of a car and now they're free floating shopping for a new one. So I used to say that a lot. And then it felt almost like that wasn't correct either. And I literally went to Spirit and I said, hey guys, I need some major clarification for this because honestly, I don't feel like I'm giving the full truth of it yet. But didn't have an understanding how to explain it because was I wrong? No, not at all. But quite honestly, it was the word medium. It wasn't the fact of speaking to somebody on the other side. It was the word medium that got me hung up. It really did. And about the time I was really struggling with this. I have been for a long time, but it was really becoming a struggle the last month or two because it wasn't right. It wasn't quite right. Because honestly, I don't feel as if, even though the dictionary will state anybody that speaks to the other side is a medium, blah, blah, blah. Putting everybody in that category just didn't fit. And it was really cool because John Edwards, is it an S or not an S? I can never remember. And I don't want to mess this up because I really do have a lot of respect for this gentleman. Anyway, John, everybody knows John. If I spell the first name right, we'll be doing great. I'm going to put an S just to see what comes up. Okay, clearly not. Let's take the S away. Either that, there's a lot of infamous John Edwards today. John Edward, no S. So John Edward, He's been doing some little clip reels on Facebook. And it's such a shame because, oh my God, he's amazing. He's really bad. He's really the OG of mediumship. Not that he's the first, not that he was the greatest, but really he was the one that kind of really made it mainstream. So I want to put him in that OG category. But a lot of people don't recognize, or they go, oh, I think I know who that guy is. But they really don't have that association for what he did or what he's done for us. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. He has gone on to doing some clips, and it's clips of education. It was during an interview or two that he's done. And I love that. I love that. So he's been doing these little clips, education. And he really went into this explanation of a medium. And I thought that is so cool. And I thought it was even cooler because he used a lot of the same descriptions I gave, the same kind of thing. Okay, because I always go, it's medical. And the way I would say it was, everybody's a medium, but, it's kind of like every doctor is a doctor, but not every doctor, it's like anybody can learn to do it and anybody can become very good at it, but it doesn't mean everybody should be doing it because it's not your road. And I would tell people, it's like if I wanted to go to school to be a cardiologist or heart surgeon, I could work really hard and I could really put a lot of effort in it. But really at the end of the day, am I the person you want do an operation on your heart if it wasn't my path? Probably not going to have a lot of clients and maybe not even a lot of success rate. And that's kind of how I put it out there. Everybody could do it, but some of us were just, it's our path. It's our thing to do it. It comes a little bit more naturally. And John really kind of broke that down even further. And I was mind blown. One, that I was like, oh my gosh, I have a really good explanation. But number two, because he did it in a way that was just magical. And the way he states it is, this is what a medium is. Or this is kind of like that thing. It is kind of going back to my original explanation of being a doctor. You have a lot of doctors out there that are general practitioners. They're family practitioners. They're amazing. And, they put in a lot of effort and a lot of time to be that family practitioner. And some decide to go on and get further school, further education to specialize. And they specialize. They specialize in cardiology, oncology, gynecology, ears, nose, and throat, whatever it might be. They go on to specialize. And I thought that's really awesome. Why? Because when you put it into the world of the metaphysical, it's psychic versus medium. Everybody's a psychic. And everybody's really good at being a psychic because it's how you navigate your life. Okay? But being a medium and practicing mediumship is a specialty. It's not that everybody can't do it. It's just some of us, we feel called to it. We go on to do more. We push for more. And we go there. And some of us not only want to do it naturally, we really want to push for even more. So we go take classes and practice to be able to get crisper, clearer information. That's what mediumship is. It is literally somebody that's specialized. So I think I needed to explain that before we can go on to explain this. Okay, because that's what he's talking about when he's talking about a medium. You don't need somebody that's specialized in the art of communication with those that have left the body, who live in another realm, to be able to speak to people. You don't need a specialist. You might need a specialist for that extra details, that extra clarification, extra whatever, maybe. But not needed. Because quite frankly, what is your biggest question? And I will tell you what. Yes, you will have the oddball out there, and it's not that you're an oddball, but you will have those people out there that their absolute question is, where's the money? Where's this? Who did that? Blah, 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 blah. How do you feel about this person? Because those are all the extra questions. Really, the hardcore question is always, are you okay? Are you fine? Are you with me? Do you see what's going on? And even though those seem like very vague questions, they're huge. They're huge in your ability to heal, your ability to know, to have peace of mind. The other side is fine. And that you can get all day long by yourself. Not only that, you can get more answers by yourself. And let me explain to you. Now, I'm going to take that whole thing of what's the code word, what's the cosign, I'm going to throw that baby off the table. I really am. I'm going to take that and throw it out the window and tell everybody, please, 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 please take that out the window, throw it. Because most times, and that's not every time, most times what people do is when people are on the quote unquote deathbed, they're getting ready to transition. We're hurting. And yes, your loved one's responsive and you're having this conversation. And you look at them or they look at you and you go, oh my God, you know what? Let me know you're okay on the other side. And how you're going to let me know you're okay is you're going to say, Billy Bottom, Billy Bottom's toenails. I don't know. A lot of times we get really, people get really, because they want their proof. So they're going to get very specialized. It used to be butterflies and feathers and coins. And now we're getting really specialized into a lot of amazing things. Love it. I really do love it. But I want you to think about something. The soul knows it's going to transition before the body knows. And the soul's getting ready for it. So even though the body and the mind is making this communication with you, the soul's kind of not paying attention totally. I mean, it's there. Don't think it's like separated, because it's not. But the code word is probably the least on its mind. So when it transitions, this is what happens. I'll tell you what, I've given some really phenomenal readings where details are like mind-blowing me. And I don't get mind-blown too much. I'm like Teresa Kuda at this point going, oh my God, you couldn't make that up with the details that come through. It's like, holy cow. People are crying. People are communicating. They're like, there's no way you could have known any of that. Thank you very much, because I have no clue who you are. Especially when I'm at an event and I have no clue who's going to sit down in front of me. At the very end, they go, what's my code word? And I honestly look at people all the time and go, I don't know. If you've not heard it in the time you've been with me, I'm probably not going to get it. I'm not going to go off and guess. I'm not going to go try psychically. I'm not going to go there. But if your loved one has not given to me at this point, I really just hope you can accept everything else, because all those other amazing details were them. And I can't guess it. I can't make it up. Nobody's feeding me no little birdie. I mean, birdie, it's your loved one feeding it to me. But the code word isn't there. But I will tell you, it doesn't mean they're still not there. It does not mean they're still not showing up. So when do you look for the code words? Wait until they're gone. And I know that sounds so messed up, but wait until they're gone. Wait until they're on the other side to say, give me this. Why? Because now they're super receptive. Why? Because the soul's in there. That soul is paying attention. And it's recognizing that you need this for that proof. All the rest is not going to matter, but you need this. And they're not going to use me, a medium, to bring that through. They're going to do it on their own. And they do it all the time. They do it all the time. Now, I love always saying this story. I love saying this story. Because not only do they say all the time, you've got to pay attention. You've got to be the one that listens and pays attention and figures it out. Because I honestly think the souls on the other side giggle a lot and they get frustration. They're going, oh my God, are y'all daft? Because a lot of times we'll say, hey, if you're around, if you're okay, if you're still with me, show me a fairy. Let's just get bold. Show me a fairy. And I'm going to expect a fluttering little fairy in front of me. That's what I'm going to expect, because that's what I'm telling them. And this is how my loved one's going to come through. And I'm going to laugh about this because now I'm going to see fairies all day and I'm okay with it. They're going to come through and there'll be an image of fairies someplace. And there'll be a new movie about the fairy queen coming out. And there'll be a thing going here, a sign here, wait to the ferry to get over Lake Michigan. And they will give every sign of fairy. And matter of fact, I will stop in front of the Disney store that has literally got Tinkerbell the fairy in front of it. And I will stand there and go, when are you going to show me the fairy? How am I going to know? And that's when I think Spirit giggles. Because they've showed it to me 100 different ways. But I've been blind to it because I didn't see the fluttering in front of my face. Spirit is amazing. They're going to give you your clues. They're going to give you what you asked for. It's always so funny because after my biological father passed away, he became he wasn't a very good dad when he was here, and he did exactly what he's supposed to do. So please don't put him in the category deadbeat dad, because he did what I asked him to do as a soul. He did a great job of it. And when he transitioned, oh my gosh, the best dad ever showed up. And I love him. We have got a connection that's just unbelievable though. But I've also learned not to ask him questions. Why? Because being the dad he is, he wants me to make my own decisions. He wants me to make my own mistakes or my own triumphs. Because that's what a dad is, isn't he? He's somebody that says, hey, I want you to learn to use your brain. I want you to learn to use your mind. I don't want you to come to me for the yes or no's. I want you to think about it and you make the best decision for your life. So it's quite funny because every time I used to ask my father, hey, Dad, is this going to happen for me? Dad, should I do this? I would always find 2 coins on the ground, 2 right next to each other. One heads up, one tails up. And I went, what the heck does this mean? In my mind, I'd hear 50-50. I get so mad. I get frustrated because I wasn't getting the answer I wanted, but he was giving what I needed. Now, it's funny because as a medium, yeah, I can talk to my loved ones, but I'll tell you what, sometimes I get very frustrated because I am just like everybody else and I don't always listen. But when I go in directly, just like you, and say, I need a sign, I need to know you're around. I need to know you're okay. I need to know you're still here. They will give it to you. Simple ways. They will show up in songs. They'll show up in the radio. They'll show up in the TV. They'll show up in electronics. They'll flicker the lights. Why? They're really good at electrical disturbances. Come on, their energy. They'll have things go by that give you memories. Just this weekend it happened. I was in Minnesota at an event this weekend. I was supposed to be there all weekend. Had to take off early yesterday to get to urgent care for my eye. I had to drive 3.5 hours back to my location to go to my urgent care. But anyway, I was mind blown because on Saturday, I watched this lady walk by me and I gasped. Because I didn't see the lady that was walking by. I seen another lady that's been passed away for about 1.5 years, almost 2 years now. I was blown. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I didn't know why I was seeing her, but I was like, oh my God, what are you doing here? And she was a lady that would frequent events and she'd walk in because her husband's partaking in events all the time. I was blown away. And yesterday after the urgent care, I got out of there, I don't know, 4:15 or something like that. And there was an event in my town, and I had a student at this event. And I thought I have to wait for my prescription at the pharmacy. I'll go pay them $5 and walk through the door. Why not? Give her some support. I know she needed some. Just a big loving hug because it's just life. So I did. And I really shocked the heck out of her. She's like, oh my God, what are you doing here? I'm like, you know what? This is what happened. I had to wait for my prescription. Have a half an hour. You guys are going to be done in half an hour. I just came in to give you a hug because I felt you needed it. And I looked over, and there was the lady's husband still doing events. And I hadn't seen him since literally a few days after she passed away. He looked at me and goes, hey, you. And I went, oh my God, I'll be right there. He goes, you want to get on the table? And I looked at him, I said, I'm broke. And he laughed. He goes, ah. I said, sorry, dude. I will never get on your table for free because you know what? You are amazing. And I want to honor you in that. And I wish I'd had the extra funds because I'd have done it right now and he would have stuck around. And I was blown away because I walked up to him, gave him a great big hug. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. His name's Omar, by the way. If anybody's out there that sees Omar, he's 87 years old, still doing healing, still amazing. I gave him a great big hug and we talked. I said, Omar, you're not going to believe what happened yesterday. He goes, what? And I said, seeing your wife. He goes, well, you know she's passed away. I said, yeah, I knew. And I told him what had happened. He looked at me and he goes, I'm not surprised. He goes, but boy, she travels. I said, I think it's unique, Omar, because I think she was trying to get me a message to give to you. Just to say she's still around. She's still doing her thing. He goes, I needed that. I said, you're not alone. He goes, oh, no, I'm not alone. But once in a while, you need that confirmation. And I don't think, even though he says he feels her all the time, that necessarily he was always opening his eyes. So she showed herself to me. Granted, I'm a medium. I get it. But a non-medium, she could have done the same thing. It's just somehow she knew I would see her husband the next day. I didn't even know I was going to see him. That was the last. I had no idea I was going to wake up with an eye issue going on yesterday. But that's how it works. People will tell me all the time, my loved ones are always with me. Always with me. And I always look at them and say, well, not always. They go, what do you mean? Whenever you think of them, they're going to fly back to you. Whenever you need them, they're going to fly back to you. That's when they come, and that's when they're there. They're not here all the time. You got a life. You got things you want to do. So don't they. But they have this ability that they've got a constant connection to us. Constant. Never goes away. And the freedom for them to travel, it's kind of like picking up a cell phone and calling somebody. It's energy. They're right here. It's like right now, I'm thinking about every loved one that shows up to my classes. And I can feel my room filling behind me. Jackie and Leroy and Grandma and Grandpa, Grandma and Grandpa, Dad. They're here. I can feel them. And it's not that I need them right now. Oh, maybe I do. I don't know. But I called for them. I thought about them. They're here. For me, I feel pressure on my back. That's all I do. I feel like the room's getting a little thick, a little crowded. So I feel the pressure on my back. And I always feel them when they stand behind me that way. And then in my mind, I can see the outlines of them. And then their faces start to appear. And you can do the same thing. Again, you don't need a medium to connect. You don't have to pay somebody money to get that reading. Again, I'm not trying to work myself out of a job. Believe me, people always get a hold of me, will always reach out, will always book with me, because sometimes they just want that extra. And that's what I'm here for. That extra. But when you don't need the extra, call out yourself. They're going to show up. But you have to pay attention when they do. You just have to open your eyes, and you have to open up your heart, and you have to open up your mind and welcome it in. Because in the old cliche, love never dies. And it's love that connects you to everything on the other side. And they will always respond to it. With that being said, guys, we're going to take a quick station break. And when we come back, we'll do our 5-card stud. This has been DeEtte, School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. See you in a few minutes, guys. Ooh, baby.
Explore your path to higher consciousness with Kelly Wagner. Meet Kelly Wagner, a visionary founding member of the Community for Higher Consciousness, ready to illuminate your way and empower you to live your best life. With her unique set of tools as a knower and seer, Kelly goes beyond surface-level problems, uncovering the why behind your challenges. She fearlessly asks the questions that lead to the ultimate truth. Kelly's insatiable tenacity ensures that you receive top-notch creative solutions. Brace yourself for a journey of self-discovery and empowerment as Kelly taps into her innate gifts, guiding you toward a life of fulfillment and purpose. As a psychic medium Reiki practitioner, co-host of The Being Curious Show, publisher of Edge Magazine, and master connector, Kelly's transformative approach creates win-win partnerships here, there, and everywhere. Let Kelly ignite your potential. Contact Kelly at edgemagazine.net and step towards a life aligned with higher consciousness. Discover more at you'vegotkelly.com.
Explore your higher consciousness with the Edge Media Platform. We're a multimedia platform dedicated to connecting curious teachers and seekers in a safe, welcoming space. Dive into spiritual growth with our print magazine, digital content, podcasts, and in-person experiences. Whether you're seeking wisdom or sharing it, we're here to inspire and uplift your journey, here, there, and everywhere. Connect with us today.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is DeEtte here on the Edge Network with School Through Spirit. Sorry guys, I heard to myself, one of my guides, one of my loved ones said, flip the page. You need to hear something. So I flipped it and I read it. I'm bookmarking it for myself. But holy cow. Like I said, your loved ones will always show up. Your loved ones will always give you the message you need. Boy, oh boy, if I didn't need that today. So anyway, I guess I had to listen to my own advice or spirit's advice. So let's get into our reading today. Super cool, super cool. I found myself, it's really strange, looking at cards online again. I know, I'm awful. And I don't even know why, because normally I don't. Normally I don't go into shops. I don't go looking. I don't try to find them, whatever it might be. Get down a little bit. I got closer to the thing and glare was all over. But this last week, oh my gosh, I was all over looking at cards, which was so cool. There's a whole world of them there. So again, this is the Black Goddess Within Oracle. It's a 44-card deck and guidebook. Giavanni, Washington, PhD. Art is by Marla Warner. And this is a Hay House publication. So it says, introducing the Black Goddess Within Oracle, a 44-card deck and guidebook created by Dr. Giavanni, Washington, that features unretouched photographs of contemporary Black women stitched into the ancient African myths and sites of power, as well as images of ancestral veneration and guidance. The magic, wisdom, and mysticism of these stunning cards are intended to help you access healing, call up divine guidance, and honor the divinity with that. So, you know what? And as I'm reading this, oh my God, I hate trying to get into some of these decks. Ooh, how beautiful is that? Oh my God, how gorgeous. It says, goddess and ancestors from beyond they love, protect, teach, guide, and collaborate. You are invited to connect with their medicine. And I just heard we needed these cards again. We needed them. It wasn't a fluke. We need them. We need them today. We need them at this time, whatever that means. So I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so the book. Here's the young ladies on the back that wrote it and did the artistry. How beautiful. Please be. No pictures. And that's okay. That's okay. I do remember now, this is one I do need the book for, only because, oh, my throat chakra. Because it's the name of the goddesses. It does not tell me a whole lot about the goddesses. And since I don't know them in this culture, I kind of go there. I want to give you a better representation of what she wanted. not just what I'm thinking. So, although the imagery is just brilliant. Oh my God, look at that imagery. Look at that imagery. It's stunning. It is simply stunning. But I also know each one of these goddesses means something very specific. And I want to honor that. I want to honor that. So a lot of times I don't need this. I won't use it, but I feel like I need to honor it. So we're going to do some shuffling. While we shuffle, by the way, here's the back of the book. I love it. We're going to do some shuffling. Now, what 5-card stud is? 5-card stud is where, hello, Sal, on the other side. Hello, Sal. 5-card stud is where I am going to shuffle and I'm going to pick 5 individual cards. Okay, 5 individual cards. And I'm going to read those cards individually, one by one. Each one of those individually are a reading, okay, in themselves. Once I get done reading them all individually and giving advice based on the single card of what I'm kind of getting on it, I'm going to read them as a whole. Okay, so essentially we're doing 6 different readings. Now for yourself, they're like 6. Oh my gosh. Pick a number 1 through 5, or pick the whole reading, whatever it is. Oh my God, my eye keeps going blurry. You can pick 1 number, 2. You can pick all the numbers. I don't care. This is your thing. It's not my thing. I'm just reading what I get for these. Why? Because we're highlighting decks. Do you like this deck? Do you not like this deck? Do you want to buy this deck? Who knows? And then you can usually go to Amazon to get the decks, which is really cool. Or straight to the companies themselves. So that is the nature of this. And I always tell people, if you're really kind of going, hey, I got a lot of issues in life, write your issues down really quick and then literally put numbers next to them. And that will give you a little bit of advice for each issue to get through things. Okay. So let's make this happen. Let's make this happen. So card number 1. Card number 1 is Allah. Allah. She feels very free-spirited. She feels like she is a lady just going, hey, let's feel good. So what's Allah say? Hopefully these are, I think they're in alphabetic order even. Allah, meaning earth in the eligible language of Eastern Nigeria, represents the totality of everything that is, over or ever was, earthbound as earth. Allah stands at the threshold between the living who walk upon her and the dead who are interred within her, human, plant, and animal alike. She watches over pregnant mothers, nurtures children as they are in the womb. She is the mother of all things, with her unique dominion over life from concept to conception to ancestor. Basically, this is saying you're not separate. You are not separate. Just as she is, she's kind of like Mother Nature in a way, but she's a lot more. Mother Nature is all about nature. This lady is really that goddess, that deity that they look at, that is very much connected with everything that is living, that is past and present and future. And what this card is saying is that you are connected, and you are connected to everything. And there's going to be a message with everything. Everything is happening for a reason. And clearly your message to get through what you're going through is within it. You're just separating yourself from the issue. You're separating yourself from the problem. And you're trying to separate because you're like, oh my God, I'm frustrated. I can't do this anymore. But when you separate, you're not going to get the answer. Now, do we sometimes have to take a step back to look? Definitely. Definitely we have to do that. But don't separate. Don't push yourself away. In order to see the solution, in order to get through what's going on, you have to merge yourself with it. You have to join with it. And you have to go, okay, now what's this feel like? What am I getting? Where am I supposed to navigate? Where am I supposed to go? That's how you're going to get through it. That's how you're going to get through it. So card number 2. Card number 2 is Mabakumoa. I'm just going to shatter each one of these words, each one of these names. Gorgeous cards. Gorgeous cards. Let's go to card number 15. That might be easier. I like this. It's consult with, I'm just going to go to the invitation of it. It's consult with your ancestors before embarking on new endeavors. Invite them to the party. I love it because you know what? Come on, what have we been talking about all day? So this card picking up is really, you're kind of going, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. And honestly, a lot of times what we're doing is you're going to go to your neighbor, you're going to go to your mother, your brother, your kid, your best friend, whoever, and you're going to look for advice everywhere except for the dead. Why? Because quite frankly, we kind of think we can't go there. We can't talk to them. But like we talked earlier today, we can. And what this card is stating is to get through this situation, to get that little nudge, which way you need to go, how to do this. Talk to your ancestors. And the ancestors are really just anybody that's come before you, anybody that has been there alive before you and has passed on, that has gone on, whether you knew them in this lifetime or not known them. Okay. And it's just reaching out to them going, hey, I need some guidance. I need some help. Can you show up? Can you give me a sign? Can you come directly and tell me, whatever this might be? Trust they're going to show up. Trust they're going to give the answer. It is more than likely going to come into a feeling, oh, I just know I got to do this. Why? Because they're going to put the thought in your mind and you're going to follow it. It's going to be very natural. Okay. And trust in that. Trust in that. Card number 3. Imagination. Oh my God, I thought there was 2 cards, but there's not. So, oh my God, no, just I can see where they're from. Imagination. Now I have a pretty good idea what that means, okay? But since we started this whole rigmarole with this, we're going to go with it. Imagination and curiosity are your ancestral inheritance. Ignite them every day. It is what it is. I love that because honestly, as we get older, we tend to get rid of the imagination. We tend to just kind of throw it out with the bathwater with the baby. We just get rid of it because we kind of we're taught to, it's in your mind, it's in your imagination. You don't believe your imagination, but what else are you going to believe if you don't have your imagination? You can't create without your imagination. You can't go forward with it. You can't even get dressed without your imagination. Why? Because you kind of see what you're going to put on before you put it on and you go with it. Okay, we use it all the time, but we don't necessarily use it in a way that we are doing it forthright. We don't go, imagine this or imagine that. And this card is really saying you need to start going there. Why? Because you're going to create your way out of your issues. Point blank. You're going to create a better day, a better life out of the situation with an imagination. I do it all the time. When I feel like I'm going to end up with an argument with somebody, I imagine love. I imagine that argument dissipated. I imagine love being sent. I send it, and the argument doesn't happen. I do it all the time. Why? Because I don't have the time for argument. I don't have the time for misunderstanding. I just don't want it. I want clarity. I imagine amazingness happening. And now that's not something I was always able to do because I had a lot of self-denial going on. But now I'm in the place of, let's imagine what's going to happen. Let's imagine this. I know it's going to happen. I know I'm okay to do it. It's kind of going back to childhood. But in order to have a better life, you have to imagine you have a better life. So go there. Card number 4. Ooh, very powerful card. Again, can't devour this name, so I'm not going to try it. Number 8. Just look at the imagery of that. Holy cow. Is that not cool? I love the gold peeking through. That is what's blowing me. Is that gold or is that corn husks? I don't know. Either way, it's super awesome. So card number 8. It is, rain is nature's cleansing, nourishing action upon the earth. This energy it claims is yours to claim. Cleansing and nourishing. And I love that because it's time to get rid of the trash in your life. It's time to just go, I no longer need any of this. And I don't need the ick it left on me. I don't need it. Walk away. It is your power to do this. It is time for you to cleanse. It's time to go, you know what? I need to get rid of the ick. I need to get rid of all the old stuff that is not serving me anymore and wash it away. Wash it away. Whether these are situations or people or an ick you feel on yourself, maybe the way you look at yourself, a belief within yourself, in order for you to go further, you need to wash away the old. Get rid of it. Now you can do this through imagination or go jump in the shower and imagine that. Either way, you're going to imagine it all. It's what's going to happen here. But literally let it float away. Okay, it's kind of like giving you the step-by-step process here, I guess. Kind of like that. I like it when cards do that. Ooh, they are Mawawa Lisa. I don't know if that's two or if it's the same lady split in two. Not sure. But either way, it is card, oh my God, my eyeball, 14. Should have seen me driving home yesterday. It was quite fun. That was fine until it started getting blurry. It is, you have everything you need inside of you to create entire worlds. Manifest all that you require. Boom. What's this card say? You are your creator. You are the one that's going to make it happen. Nobody else is going to show up and clean up your mess. Nobody else is going to show up and dig you out of your problems. Unless you put it out there that you need help. That you needed to come in a different way. Because quite frankly, none of us do this by ourselves. And what we do is we realize we have the power within to bring it to us. Now, again, it doesn't mean that you're not going to go, oh my God, I wish so-and-so would come and help me through this situation. Because quite frankly, if you do that, a lot of times they're going to show up or somebody else is going to show up. It may not be the particular person, but somebody else is going to show up. But recognizing in here that you have the power, all that you need to make life out here better. It comes from within. It really does. Doesn't mean help's not coming. Doesn't mean money's not going to show up in the mailbox randomly. Does not mean anything other than it came from here because you put it out there that you need help, you need assistance. You need to create this, you need to do that. Trust it comes from you first. Nothing happens for you, to you, with you, without you calling upon it. And that's the good, bad, and the ugly. Start recognizing that. Because when you do, you start to recognize the crap you're calling your life is because you called it forth to you. Not to say you have a crappy life, but a lot of people look at it that way. But also the good. You brought that to you. Recognize it. It comes from within. So card number 1 is calling on the ancestors. Card number 2. I can't remember because it's now number 14. Normally just say what it is. Oh my God, I had it right in there. Consulting your loved ones, bringing them forward to help you with things. Card number 3 was the imagination. 4 was cleansing things that you no longer need with you, out of you. And card number 5 is really seeing that it's everything with you is what's making it happen. Now, when you're looking at these, these cards, I love these cards because really it's kind of giving you a step by step. You need help. You need to figure it out. You need to connect everything. How do you do that? You're going to talk to your loved ones. How are you going to figure that one? You're going to have to go to the imagination. How's that going to happen? Well, you're going to have to cleanse yourself of all the crap you have around you that says you can't do this. And 3, they're going to tell you. It comes from within. You are creating your reality. And that's really what it comes down to. They've given you a step-by-step this week. Step-by-step guidance. How are you going to make this happen? Because that's what you need this week. You need to know this week that everything comes from you. Everything comes from you. From figuring life out, finding your solutions, talking to your loved ones, it's all going to work through you. So start doing it. You're going to make it through it. It's okay because this week it's giving you the questions you've been asking all along. How do I do this? I love that. I love that. Awesome. I think we did need this one. I think we really needed this back this week. I love that. So where am I at this week? I am nowhere. Why? Because it's Mother's Day weekend. I tell everybody, I used to do the events before Mother's Day and Father's Day, and I stopped. Why? Because it just didn't feel right. I'm a mom too, and I'm a nanny. So the last place I'm going any weekend that I can be with my family, and a special holiday like that is not going to be around. So there is that one, just so you know. So there are events going on this week. Go see the events. Go have fun at the events. Oh my God, have a blast. Soul and Synergies. Not even sure where they're at. Let me look really quick. I will not be there. But let me tell you where they are going to be. And a lot of my tribe is going to be. So you can go find them. Oh my gosh, look at that. My face is right when you look at Soul and Synergy. I've got my glasses on. I still have my bag on. I barely showed up. Great picture. I love that. Thank you, Terry, for that. So we were just in Rochester. So where are they going to be this week? Oh my God gracious. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because they haven't posted it yet. So let's go to their website. Come on. Where are you going to be? Where are you going to be? There it is. I thought I could put in like two letters to kind of send me someplace I needed to go. You can go to Soul and Synergy, guys. You can go to Medipare Pro. Either one will get you to where those events are going to be, which is super cool. They are, let's get into May. I don't know where they are this weekend. Oh, that's really weird. May 16th, I know we are all in Rhinelander. We are in Rhinelander, Wisconsin, May 16th together. It doesn't say May 9th this week, so I am not sure where they are this weekend. I apologize for that. But keep an eye on the Soul and Synergy page. If they are someplace, they're going to let you know they are going to be there. They might be in Wausau. They might be in Wapaka. I'm not quite sure. I think they might be in Wapaka. Nope, they're not. They got Rhinelander, Wausau, and Wapaka left. So I'm going to say probably nowhere this coming weekend. I don't know. Sorry for that, guys. But I do know May 16th, Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Another great event will be there. Come out and see them. Love them dearly. They're my boys. They're my boys. I love them. I love everybody that travels with them too, which is super amazing. But if you want the readings, go to my website, DeEtteRanae.com. And guess what, guys? My domain is transferring. I guess I got the email yesterday. It's in transfer. Takes it they said up to 48 hours. I'm going to give them 36 hours to get everything switched over. So when you go to DeEtteRanae.com, it's not going to say square sheepskin, whatever it said. It's very soon going to just say DeEtteRanae.com and feel rest assured. And then I'm going to make all those adjustments to the website that need to be made that have been lost in transition, because I'm finding out to book a class with me, you kind of got to message me, and then we do it through Venmo or our third-party source off the website, and that's got to be fixed. So that is going to be fixed. But you can still book off my website. Just go to DeEtteRanae.com. It's going to get you either way. It's going to get you the right space. You're going to see my face. Go to the book with me, whatever it says, book it, I think, book, and book those readings. Best gift you can give your mom is for her to talk to her mom. Just saying. So feel free, get a hold of me. It is Mother's Day week. I love that for me. I love that for you guys. And happy Mother's Day to everybody out there that's mom. Whether your children are still alive or maybe passed away, an animal, a pet, the next door neighbor that you adopted, whatever it might be for you, a grandma. Happy Mother's Day. This is your day to celebrate because it is you that went through the traumatic of taking them in. I love you guys. You guys have a great week. Again, as always, go to my website, DeEtteRanae.com, to find out where I'm going to be, because it is there, to book those readings, search for those classes, just to say hi, whatever it might be. If not, I will see you next Monday morning here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. You guys have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.